I'd like you to hip walk forward on your chair. Make sure you're nice and firmly seated. Let's start with toe taps on the right. Just lifting the toe up and down. Change to left. Lift. Heel toe on the right, so heel and toe. And change. Alternating feet, heels in front. Just let your arms swing along as well. Take sunrise circles. Lifting the heels as you go. Shoulder shrugs on the right. Lift. 2, 3. And left. Back, nice and slowly, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Think of keeping that chin retracted, head is up, hit the arms across the body, so reaching, reach, just a small reach, as far as you're comfortable reaching, and then sunrise circles, and again. Heels, alternating heels. This is a batten workout. If you don't have a batten, you can use a wooden spoon, a rolling pin, or a scarf. Keep a little tension if you're using a scarf, just sliding the hands along the thighs to start with. If you're using a scarf, it should be taut. Take the arms a little higher. If you can, take it to shoulder height. If that's not comfortable for you, just keep the arms at whatever level is comfortable for you. Well done. Okay, keep breathing, sitting tall, chin retracted. We're going to take it to a circle, round. Be in time, just do what feels good for you. Other way. Last one, we're going to take it to a row on the right. So row. Row. Last one, change sides. So you're pulling with that hand that's on the bottom. 3, 4, keep it smaller if you need to. Let's do singles and rows. Pretend we're on the canal, out in the fresh air. Take it back to that push. And again, if that's uncomfortable on your arms, you can take it a little bit lower. Well done. So the next exercise is a scarf routine, holding your scarf in the middle if it's long, so that you've got a little bit of movement. In your right hand, we're going to start with toe taps. Just tapping the toes, just lifting and lowering the toes, in time with the music if you can. Keep the movement smaller if you need to. Sitting tall, forward on your chair so that you've got the movement. Let's start with an infinity sign, figure of 8 on the side. If you can make it nice and big and move the body, great. If not, just do what you can. Okay, left leg comes out in front and sliding the other hand the opposite way if you can. Don't worry if you've not got it the same way. It really doesn't matter, just getting the movement. If you're happy, have both arms going. Let's take it to a comb the hair. So those that aren't happy with this, if it's too much for your shoulders, just take it to a nice up and down with the hand. So as your right foot is forward, scarf's in the left hand. Don't worry if you're the opposite way round, it's not the end of the world as long as you do both sides. Just comb that hair or do your little mini bicep curl. And in a moment we're going to go to round the houses. Those that can't take it behind, just take it in front again. So forward, side, behind if you can, if not take it in front. Keep it slower if it's too much. It doesn't have to be in time with music. Change direction. Well done. If you can't quite get it, make up your own thing. As long as it doesn't hurt, you're moving, which is the important thing. If you can keep the toes tapping, great. Let's just throw that scarf and catch. Throw the scarf and catch. Throw the scarf and catch. Take it back into your right hand. Finishing off. Follow it with your eyes, change hands. That head moving. If it feels uncomfortable or you feel dizzy, then leave that bit out, that's fine. Last few, just throw it and catch. Well done. This is a marching routine, so you need to hip walk forward on your chair. Start with toe taps. And lift those toes as high as you can. Take it to a jogger's walk, so lifting alternating heels. You can add some arms if you wish, just keep it gentle. Take it to a march, keep those feet low for now, nice and quiet. And again. Now we're going to take it to a V-step, right leg forward, so right, left, bring it back. Change sides to the left. Left foot back in, to the right. And left. Take it up to speed. Add some arms if you wish. If it's too much, then leave the arms out. We're still trying to change the lead leg each time. Joggers walk, you're lifting the heels, basic march, nice light feet, ready for that V-step, take it out, out, in, change leg, right side, left side, heel digs in front, so just pushing that heel out, and an upward arm swing if you wish. Let's march it, 3, 2, 1, and clap. Back to the jogger's walk. So just lifting those heels. And march. Light feet, lifting the whole foot off the ground. That V-step, right leg first. Right leg, left leg, right leg. Don't worry too much if you can't get the order. Just keep moving. You're still going to be getting the exercise. Beautiful. Well done. I'm going to start by just lifting the heels. heels. 4 more, 3, right leg forward and back, so take it forward and back, forward and back. I'm lifting the other heel as I move, changing sides, left foot forward and back. Right foot forward and centre, side and behind, knee lift, change sides, forward, out, behind and knee lift. Just take it to knee lift now, or coming up onto the toes if that's too much. Forward and back again, right side, change sides, change it to forward, to the side, behind, knee lift, and to the left, to the side, behind, knee lift, just knee lifts. You take the arms up as high as you can, and down. Again, lifting the heels, back to the beginning, right leg. Change sides. Change sides, same move. Change sides. Right foot forward, side, behind, knee lift, other side, forward, side, behind, knee lift, and arms. This next exercise is called the chest strengthener, but it does actually work an awful lot more muscles. You're going to feel it in your shoulders, in your arms and across your back. Various versions. If you've got a band, the seated version, you're going to put it around waist height on the back of your chair, behind your chair. If you can't get it behind your chair, or you wish to stand, you're going to take it a little bit higher underneath the armpits, okay? Hands are pointing down. Now, the thing I find with this exercise is that people come into here and do there. I want you to have the hands out to the side, and as you do this exercise, you're pushing straight forward. So my arms go to straight. When they're straight, they're there. They're not coming into here. They're coming into your shoulders and pushing straight forward. So the fists stay in line with your shoulders the whole time. Elbows up as high as you can. If you drop them, you're not going to do quite as well with the exercise. If it's too easy, take the hands further down the band. So make sure you're going as if you're going to punch me. All right? If it's too difficult, slide your hands down the band. Try and keep some tension in the band all the time. So if you really loosened it because you're weaker in that area, just take the arms back until you just feel that engage, okay? Those of you that are doing the standing version, if you don't have a band, we're going to do wall press-ups, or you can do press-ups on the floor if you want, but I'm going to just teach you the standing press-ups. Now, if you're doing this, watch that you're not going to slide on the floor. If you've got a mat underneath you, for my mats here are quite slippery, so I have to be cautious. Also watch you're not going to bang your nose. So again, with that one, the easier you want it, the closer to the wall you stand. So if you want to make it easy, close to the wall. Put your hands where they feel comfortable so that you feel it across here. Okay, so you're going to adjust it. Harder, take the feet further away, but you're trying to keep that whole body still so that as you come up and down, you're doing this. Let's get going. The band's waist height, starting with it in the palms face up. Turn the palms down so your fists are facing forward. Elbows shoulder height, pushing forward. And remember when you're doing this, if it's too easy, shorten the band. If it's too hard, you can lengthen the band and only do as many as you're comfortable doing. Make sure you're leaning back in your chair so you're fully supported at the back of the chair. and when you've had enough rest. If you want to rest for a moment and join back in, you can. Listen to your own body, do as many or as few as you're comfortable with doing. The more often you do this workout, the more you'll be able to do, the stronger you will be. Great work, just give it a bit of a shake out. This exercise is to strengthen the upper back, but you might also feel it across the chest. Palms facing the ceiling. You're going to place the band in your hands. Bring the elbows back against the side of the body, closing the hands over the band, and you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together, keeping the elbows close to the body. Control it out and slowly back in. To make it easier, take the hands a bit further apart. To make it harder, hands come closer together, but you're keeping those elbows back the whole time. So we're going to go with a leg strengthener. We're going to use the walking the dog handhold. So your thumbs are going down the band, little fingers have the tail coming out by them so that the band is coming away from you. You're going to put the band underneath your right foot. Make sure it's nice and secure. You're also sitting forward on your chair. Make sure you're nice and stable. You're not going to go anywhere. Hands are by your knee. Make sure you keep the band taut at all times. Now watch me for the first one. I'm going to lift that leg up. I'm not using the band, I'm just lifting the leg up. It's by itself. It doesn't have to be quite as high as mine. Bring the arms back in line with the waist, elbows back in line with the waist. And then you're going to use the band to push away with the leg. This is the bit of the leg strengthener exercise, push away. Bring that knee back in. Release the hands. I'm just resting my hands on my knee and taking it down to the floor. If you'd like to join me. We're still with our right leg. Make sure that foot is securely on top of the band. We don't want it flicking up in your face. Walking the dog hold. Feet hip width apart. Pull in those abdominals and we're going to lift and push. Bring it in and down. And as with all our exercises, we're going to ensure that we only do as many as we're comfortable doing. So if that leg really starts to ache, give it a rest. You can join back in. If you don't do very many, then maybe you need to make sure you come back and join us in the next workout, just to keep improving your strength, keep those muscles working well. So don't forget, when you've had enough, you rest. I'm going to do a couple more just for those who can. Anyone still going now? Then I'm going to ask you to hold that leg in that position for a couple of seconds before you release. My suspicion is most of you didn't make that last hold, but wonderful if you did. Let's change sides. So exactly the same thing. Make sure that foot's secure before you start. Knee comes up on its own. You're using the push so that hands are pulling away at the same time as the leg goes away from the body. Lift, push, lift, down, lift, push, return and down. A few more if you can, but don't forget, you stop when you've had enough. And for those that are still going, just hold it there for a couple of seconds if you can. Really get that thigh moving. I'm suspecting again most of you didn't manage that. That was really working my thighs quite hard. Well done. So this is a slightly more challenging balance exercise, the tightrope walk. Now I'm going to do it going forwards and backwards, but if you're uncomfortable going backwards, then please turn round and go forwards. So again, it's one foot. You're going to put the heel in front of the toe. Try and keep your head up rather than looking down. So look down initially, see what you're doing, then keep that head up. It will help with your balance. You can feel, take that toe in front and balance. Toe in front and balance. Toe in front. And then go backwards if you can. So join me now. I'm not going to play music for this one. We need our concentration. So I'm going to ask you to join me. Those of you that's balance is better can try and do it without the chair. But try not to look down. Keep that head up, chin retracted. If you take your head forward, you're immediately going to start to wobble forwards. Important to try and keep upright. It's really going to challenge the muscles in the hips. You might not do many of these. Just keep doing as many as is comfortable for you. So if you can, try and keep those feet pointing forward. Keep that chair nearby if you feel you need it. Well done, that was slightly harder work than some of the other balance exercises we normally do. So we're going to stretch the back of the lower leg, the calf muscle. So hip walk forward in your chair. Make sure your feet are firmly on the ground. And I'm going to ask you to straighten that right leg and then pull the toes back up towards you, flexing the foot, and then slide that heel a little bit further away if you can until you feel the stretch in the back of that lower leg. And we're going to hold that for at least 8 seconds, but preferably closer to 20. If it starts to feel like it's going to cramp, then ease off. But if you can hold it longer, please do. And release. Let's take it to the other side, sliding the left leg away this time until it's straight. Pull the toes back against the body, towards the body. Extend that heel away until you feel the stretch and hold. Now this is going to help keep the mobility and flexibility in your lower body. And if we hold it for a longer period of time, you're going to develop the amount of mobility, the amount of flexibility in that muscle. I'm going to ask you to do that once more on each side. This time we're going to try and hold it a little bit longer if you can. So sliding the leg away, flex that foot up, extend the heel if you can, and hold. The other side, so left leg this time slides away, flex that foot, extend the heel away. And release. The hugger tree exercise is really good for releasing tension in the shoulders and the neck. So what I want you to do is make sure you're sat forward on your chair, feet flat on the floor, and you have a choice. You can either gently link your fingers, or my preferred version is to put your hands one on top of the other and just link the thumbs. Now, I want you to have your hands about shoulder height, but I'm going to drop mine so you can see what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm starting by pulling the arms away from me and then pulling the elbows away so that I feel a stretch across my chest and my back. Now I'm going to bring the arms back up to shoulder height, and then I'm going to look down towards my knees to extend the chest, stretch into my neck. Try and keep the chin away from the chest. And release. I want us to stretch across the front of our chest here. So in this exercise, you need to ensure you're not lifting your rib cage. Try and keep the rib cage down. You're going to sit forward on your chest, so hip walk forward if you're not already there, and slide the hands back along your chair to wherever you start to feel the stretch in the chest. So for some of you, it might be here. For some of you, you're going to reach hold of the back of the chair. Some of you might even lean slightly forward. You pick the position that's right for you, and then without lifting the chest and looking forward, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together as if you're trying to squeeze a small ball between your shoulder blades. So you're squeezing those shoulder blades together. We're going to hold for between 8 and 20 seconds. We're really going to help breathing. If you've got a tight chest, it should help with the breathing. Opening up through the chest area. When you've had enough, give it a rest, give it a bit of a shake out. So you're going to feel that across your chest. You're also going to potentially feel it in your shoulders and on the inside of your arms. Sitting comfortably on your chair, try and sit upright. Circle the shoulders back. And bringing your right hand up and the left hand in the opposite direction, pushing it up and down. Try and make the movement go with your breath. Taking nice, deep, long breaths, opening up the chest. I want you to grab as if you're holding a ball and keep the hands the same width apart. Move to bubble circles. Change direction. So we're keeping the hands below head height. Okay. Taking your right hand across, think of clouds, change hand, other side. So cross in front of your eyes and release. Other side. That is our cloud. Next time we're going to push the leaves across at the same time. Don't worry, if you're struggling with this, just stick with the clouds. Bring the hands back. Think of that ball. You expand and contract. Taking one hand slightly higher than the other. And to the other side. And resting your hands on your thighs. Circle those shoulders back. Bring your hands up and just wiggle your fingers. Move up and down as if you're playing a keyboard, getting some movement in your fingers. Just sunset circles, bringing the hands back down. Keeping your breath low, deep and strong. Well done. See you next time.